Hello guys, and welcome back to Tenacious Trading Group. So today I'll be going over trade of the week, and it happened on Thursday, New York session. So right now I am on the 1 hour chart, and if I just zoom out, overall I would still say that price is bullish, as we are continuing to make higher highs and higher lows, and we have come from this swing point here. So this is my market structure break, and from this market structure break, this is my protected low. So price should respect this low and continue to make higher highs and higher lows, and price should eventually take out this weak high. So everything inside of my protected low and my weak high is just internal structure. But overall, I don't know if you guys can see it, but we do have SBS on our 1 hour time frame. So this is my 1, this is my 2, this is my 3, this is my 4, and then this is my 5. Obviously we've had that sweep. We've also tapped into this area here, which you could say is your unmitigated mover region, and obviously we've reacted from it and we've pushed higher. You can also say that price respected the 200 SMA. We also have a failure swing. So there's so many things that you could have used as confluence to get yourself potentially in. I don't know if you have RSI. No, we don't have RSI unfortunately, but that does not matter. But overall, price was bullish based off my 1 hour time frame. So in terms of me looking for shorts, that wouldn't make sense. I'd rather look for longs. Yes, we was in the pullback continuation where price was making a low, high, low, high, low, but now we started to make a high, higher high, higher low, higher high. So already we can see that price had flipped. So when I go down to my lower time frame, which is my 5 minute, we can see how the flip occurred from once we took out this low and we ended up taking out this high. So that's the first flip, and we ended up taking out that high, which is the market structure break. So essentially this is your market structure shift or change of character internally, and then obviously followed by a market structure break. Obviously I'll still use the internal structure. So right now this is the zone that we have based off my 5 minute chart, and I mean we did have SBS here. So if I draw my fib from this low to this high, we don't quite tap the 618. However, we did tap the 50%. In terms of SBS, this will be a 1, this will be your 2, this will be your 3, 4, and then your 5. And obviously you could look for something which can help you get in, but I wouldn't have actually taken this trade. We've also taken up the high, but we failed to close above this high. So that means that this area here is a weak low, and potentially we're going to come back, run this low, and then potentially either move higher or just keep dumping. It really depends. I don't make the rules. But yeah, so when I just let price play out, so price comes back to sweep. We do tap the 618. So now a lot of people would have had this as the SBS, as this is the 1 now, this is the 2, this is the 3, and obviously 4, 5. And obviously within that, price is still valid because technically we haven't mitigated the 50% of this area here. So there's also a chance that price might want to mitigate that and then push higher. But obviously we had our SBS, we had our sweep. We don't really tap into anything. Maybe you could say we tapped into, fractal, but we didn't really tap into anything based off the 5 minute. I mean, if I go down to my 1 minute, we might see something. So yeah, we didn't really tap into anything significant. But either way, if you wanted to take that trade here, that also plays out. So now that we've taken out this high, what I'm going to do is just draw out my new zone. So remember, this is internal structure from my 1 hour time frame, as you guys can see here. But I'm gonna go back down to the 5 minute. So now that we're down to the 5 minute, I'm gonna go down to my 1 minute. And on our 1 minute, you can see that we have SBS, where this is my 1, this is my 2, this is my 3, look price sweeps, 4, and then 5. And if I get on my 5th from this low to this high, we tap the 50%. So price is, okay for us to potentially take. We tapped into this area of supply and demand. And even within this supply and demand, you could essentially say that you have another SPS where this is your 1, this is your 2, that's your 3, and obviously price is 4, 5. So you have SPS both ways, and obviously you had your sweep, all of that stuff. Price mitigate at least a 50%, so you're okay with that. And obviously once you let price play out, it gives you that trade over there. So that's a nice quick 1-to-1. And essentially, if you extend the fib, extra levels that Stoic uses, so you get your 1-to-1 there, and obviously you got the extra fib levels where price could go up to. We ended up taking out this high as well, and then when you let price play out, what do? We keep pushing higher, and we keep pushing higher. And higher. So it was a good trade. It was ideally trade of the week. And when we now go to our 1 hour time frame, we can see that we have taken out our week high, and from here on, just let price play out, now we have a new protected low, which is going to be here. And we don't quite yet have a week high yet because we haven't formed a validated swing high, but let's see if that happens. Okay, so now we formed a validated swing high, which is going to be here. So now that's my week high, and now all I would like for price to do is potentially just come back, tap into potentially this area here, and then from there we'll see what happens next. So we look for the same things over and over and over again. Yeah, and that's it, man. It wasn't amazing, but it was trade of the week because everything that you wanted, it happened. It aligned with the higher time frame, it aligned with the SMAs, and it aligned with actual market structure. So in terms of it being A star, that might be questionable, but then why wouldn't it not be A star? But that's trade of the week for you. If I just go back to it, go back to the 1 minute. Yeah, so that's trade of the week for you guys, and I hope you guys take that on board. But always remember, guys, well, I'm wishing you guys a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night wherever you are in the world. And always remember, guys, that victory belongs to the most tenacious, and I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.